What's up, friends? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name's Elizabeth, and this is the Joyful Sojourn, a community of people that love stationery and planning and doing things creatively. And if that sounds like your cup of tea, I hope to consider subscribing to my channel. The cup of tea, I've said that before, but that's like a little ode to what we're about to see right here. So I'm so glad that you're here. I am a member of the creative team for Cocoa Daisy, which means they send me several kits in advance of upcoming months so that you guys can see what's in the kits and see creative ways to use them. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get into creative play today just because I'm short on time, but trust, there will be at least one, if not two, videos up on my channel this month where we are talking all about the chapters of September kits. So stay tuned. Make sure that you're subscribed if you'd like to see Cocoa Daisy content and a bunch of other content as well. But I will have creative play on my channel using these kits. So I just don't know if I can squeeze it in today, but time will tell. I need to stop talking. So, I will leave timestamps down in the description box. So if you're looking for a specific kit and you want to know what I got and you want to jump around, just go to the description box. If you want to pick up any of these kits, at least the ones that are in stock, go to the Cocoa Daisy website now. It's linked in my description box as well. And if you're new to Cocoa Daisy, Joyful 10 will save you 10% off of your purchase. So Joyful 10 is the discount code. If you are interested in one of these kits and it is sold out, please use the notify me function on the website because it works. If a spot opens up, because people like change if you're a current subscriber, you can like change things up and spots do open. So if you want to see something, if you want to get something, use the notify me function on the website. Okay. And just, you know, if you want to be the early bird that gets the worm, that gets your pick of kits, make sure just the first of the month, put it in your planner on the first of every month that is the like reveal day on the website. So the first of every month, you get to see what will be available for purchase that month for 2 months from now. So right now they've just released this collection, which is for September. And it will ship in August so that you have it before September. So we're always working like 6 weeks in advance, okay? If you have any questions about Cocoa Daisy, definitely give me a try. I've only been on the team for 6 months and I'm slowly figuring things out, but I am happy to help when I can. So timestamps down in the description box, but let me just show you really quickly what I have. I have the Simple Daisy Traveler's Notebook. I have the stamp subscription. Very excited about this one. The creative kit. Very excited about this one. I think this is going to be one of my favorite collections of all time just because of the burnt oranges and like the teals. Something about this is just so pretty. I have the Bible Journaling Sticker Kit, which y'all have been loving, which I totally appreciate. The Stationery Kit looks like it includes a stamp this month, so that's fun. And then I get the Deluxe Journaling Kit. And then I think we all get a little vinyl sticker that says, "Calm the heck down, chamomile tea." So we're going to have a lot of tea themed florals and teas for fall. And the theme is called Chapters of September. Should we read this? September settles in like a favorite sweater, warm and familiar, stitched in soft shades of orange, peach, sage, and deep navy blue. This collection is a gentle celebration of slower days, of worn books stacked by the window, teacups warming chilly fingers, and golden afternoons that stretch out sweet and unhurried. Here, every page turned and every sip taken feels like an invitation to linger a little longer. It's a season of quiet joys, small rituals of steeping, reading, and dreaming beneath the first cool whispers of fall. Welcome to a September made for soft light, full hearts, and stories that feel like home. Dude, does Christine write these every month? Because I feel like they're always perfection. Maybe it's a chat GTP thing. I don't know. Or she's that poetic. But my gosh, like these are always so beautiful. All right, so chapters of September. Oh, and we will do we'll swatch out the stamps. So I'm going to do the stamps last. This has a stamp in it, so I want to wait on that. Stamp subscription, want to wait on that. So we're going to set that aside. Order of appearance. Let's go with let's check out the papers in the Traveler's Notebook. Then we'll do the Bible journaling. Then we will do the let's do Creative Kit, the Deluxe Journaling, and then we'll do the stationery and stamp last, okay? And yeah, I'm super crunched on time, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to do something creative in this video. Have I said that already? I've got so much to film, and I'm actually leaving on a trip to Seattle soon. Not today, but soon. And so I'm trying to film as much as I can. So this might just be a reveal of all the things, but make sure you're subscribed to my channel because I will do a plan with me. I think I want to do a creative list this month using Cocoa Daisy as well. So I'm gonna, and someone had requested that I show Cocoa Daisy in an Erin Condren planner. So I'm gonna do a couple things. We'll do for sure the Erin Condren plan with me using Cocoa Daisy, and then we'll do more of a creative listing journaling thing. Does that sound good, guys? So just stick with me, even if I don't do it today. So here is the inside cover. Very pretty. It's always decorative, but I pretty much every month have added more decorative stickers on here just because it adds more fun. So even if you see decorations, it doesn't mean that you can't add additional elements to it. The Simple Daisy is nice because it does not have any structure to it. So it's not like some of the other notebooks like the A5 I showed last month. That A5 notebook has weekly planning pages, and this does not have any planning pages. So this can be whatever you want it to be. You can get as decorative with it as you want. You can journal. You can create like Fauxbonichi weeks. Look, if you wanted to create a weekly page here and then open note space on the other side, you could do that. So the possibilities are endless. I know a lot of people will also take the staples out of here and just use the papers in other projects. So you're certainly welcome to do that. So we have a simple graph grid and then a pattern and dot grid, graph grid, and pattern. This looks like a portion of what we read on the chapters of September journaling card. Then we have dot grid, graph grid, and florals. I love these colors. I think they're so pretty. Now this whole thing is lines and blank, graph and pattern. I love the little teeny tiny florals, and dot grid, and more abstract pattern. Ooh, I haven't seen them do a paper like this in here. This is fun. It actually has 1 through 26 and like lines. You could use that functionally. Graph grid and pattern. Ooh, T tags and dot grid. Nice open space for decorating. That was graph. Then we have lined. Then we have graph. Then we have dot grid, graph grid. And then on the back, I always got to see what it says, making your daily schedule. And this month it's more inspiring. So that is the Traveler's Notebook. And if you're someone that likes Traveler's Notebooks and doing like junk journaling type stuff, you've got such a good infrastructure already here with pretty pages. And then if you get one of these kits to decorate the more neutral page, it's like so cohesive and lovely. So that is the Simple Daisy. Let's take a look at the Bible Journaling Sticker Kit. I always forget how many sheets are in here. I think it's 5. And every month, you know, I don't know who is new on my channel, so I will say this as I do every month. I really like the Bible Journaling Kits because they change up the design every month. It's not the same demure pastel florals for Bible stickers, Bible journaling stickers. Every month you get the aesthetic that's the theme for everybody else, but you get to put it in your faith planner, faith journal. So this first sheet is decorative stickers, and it's on a matte white paper. This paper feels different. Dare I say, a little bit nicer. Not that it's ever been bad, but this feels got a little bit more slip to it, but it's still matte, but very pretty. Just love the mix of florals and, of course, the Bible stack, the tea. This is very pretty. I love the colors this month, you guys. This is going to be my favorite month. I know it is. So we've got all these little phrases, like little labels, and I always think it's easier to see it. Let's just lift one up so you can see it, but they're full bleed. wow, it's like matches my skin tone, but full bleed. So there's no framing on these. So they're going to look so beautiful layered on top of like clusters, like florals and stuff. Very pretty. Sometimes these change. Sometimes we see some repeats, but we've got the month of September. We've got lifting my heart in prayer, words of praise, my heart sings, amazing grace, his love heals my soul, bless this mess. Reading progress, leave it to the Lord. He makes broken things whole. Grateful for this moment. We've got another September sticker here, autumn blessings, Jesus saves. Ooh, are these new? We've got some box stickers here that say fave verse. I probably would have just done fave without the E, but that's okay. Fave verse. And then we have functional boxes down here. And I said this in the video last month, but in case you missed it, I did ask Coco Daisy what, when it comes to like scripture verses and stuff, what Bible translation they use. And it was a mix of like NIV, King James Version, and kind of summarized so that it flows better like for journaling, which makes sense to me. I've seen things abbreviated and it's fine. So just wanted to let you guys know that. Here we have some paper strips. If you want to add some texture, you can do that. I love the grid up here. That's very pretty. And then we have date stickers down here. So if you're doing daily journaling or maybe daily like scripture writing, which is like what I like to do, these are good for dating your planner or your journal. Then we have functional boxes in that colorway. Love these circles. Very pretty. And actually, let's pull one of these out just to, sometimes stickers just, let's take a darker one. Sometimes stickers don't look as cool on the paper as they do once you actually use them. So I like to make sure you guys can really see the stickers. But see that? That's a nice label right there. That's very nice. I like that there's not framing. I can add framing if I want to. You always get an alpha set, and these are matte white. I think the sticker paper changed. I might need to go back when I'm done filming and feel last month's stickers. These feel more luxe to me. I don't know what it is. I think it's the slight slip feel. Again, they are not shiny. They are matte, but they don't feel as papery, like they have a coating on them. Maybe. I don't know. But I love that color. And then the last sheet is clear stickers. These are some of my favorites because I love these little splotchy splotches. These are going to layer so well underneath either a quote or like one of your tags, like one of these. Layer one of these on top of there. Would look so pretty. So that is the kit. Let me make sure I show you guys one more time. So I'm getting up a lot. So there's this one. Oh, this one. Let's read these. For I am not ashamed of the gospel of Christ, for it is the power of God unto salvation to everyone that believeth, to the Jew first and also to the Greek. Romans 1:16. The Bible is God's book of promises, and unlike the books of men, it does not change or get out of date. Billy Graham. My cup overflows. Psalm 23:5. Coffee gets me started. Jesus keeps me going. That's me. I believe that. Bloom in his grace, Isaiah 35:2. Oh, taste and see that the Lord is good, Psalm 34:8. And I love that with a cup of tea. So those were clear, matte clear stickers. These were paper. These are paper. These are paper. And these are paper. So that is the Bible journaling sticker kit. I'm so excited to use it. It's so pretty, guys. Yes, I'm wearing pajamas. Don't judge me. I'm just surviving around here. These have been crazy times. I don't know how I survived June, and July is fixing to be just as complicated. Okay, creative kit is what we are doing next. And I did get feedback last time. I cut a corner in one of these kits last month where I didn't take out all of the die cuts. I will not make that mistake again, because if even one of you is like, girl, I want to see all of them, take them out of the package, then I got you. I'm going to take them out of the package. Let's start with these stickers because they are right here. So you get 3 sticker sheets, but those aren't the only stickers you get. But sheet-wise, these are the 3 sticker sheets. So the first one is going to be alphas, and then you have your date numbers. Love these so much. I like that they're small. They don't take up too much space in your monthly. Then you've got some icons that you can use for your monthly or your weekly. We've got a cake, dollar bills, food like a fork and knife, gym or weights, some coffee, and cars. And then we've got some other just small icons for fun, decorative icons down at the bottom. These are really, I love square stickers like this, or square alphas. They just create a really fun look if you want to do like a not pegboard, like a message board that you see like on, in front of churches and stuff, where you can change out the words and the spelling and stuff. You can do a really cool look with that. So that is your first sheet. Second sheet is deco stickers. Ooh, this is pretty. This is one full one. And all of them are kiss cut. So this is actually following the shape of the florals. And yeah, more deco stickers, the better for me, because they really help me fill in spreads and journaling pages. Then we have days of the week. Love these. Again, they always look better once they're off the page. But there you can see our days of the week. And this is enough for, I think, 5 weeks. Let's count our Mondays. Make sure we got this. And that's what's cool is like, this is a creative kit, but you can use it for planning because you have the days of the week. So even though it's not the planner kit, it's a creative kit, you have elements for planning. So Monday, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, you've got 5 weeks. You can use this whole thing for a month's worth of planning. Then we have some cute little headers or reminders: appointment, important, water plants, first day of fall, to-do list, to-do list, to-do list. So you've got 4 to-do lists in different colors. Fun little sticker down here, smile, your box of happy is here. So you can add that to your planner when your kit arrives. And then reveal day. This is a good reminder. Pull this thing out and put it in your planner for next month. So if you get this kit in August, take this guy and put it on September 1 to remind you to see what is available on the website. So those are the 3 sticker sheets in this kit. You get a washi tape. This is so pretty. Kind of romantic. Like, I want to say doily, but you'll see in a second. I love it. And we'll have to put this on the traveler's notebook so we can see what it looks like. I'm going to stand up though. Can you guys see that? Look how pretty that is. Are we focusing? Love. I am a big fan. Let's just put this right here. That is very pretty washi tape. That is a favorite of mine already as well, because it's simple. You can add it to so many different things. So that is your washi that's in the creative kit. And I will say too that so many things are unique to each kit. So you can get multiple kits and not worry about there being a bunch of duplicates. So I appreciate that. Let's move these guys out of the way. So this little craft envelope is going to be little cards that you can get creative with. You can glue them down in a journal. You can rip them up. You can add them to your wrap cover of your planner. Whatever you want to do, they're just fun little cardstock. I'm going to have to stand up again. We'll just do this. Today is the perfect day to start living your dreams. Take a deep breath. It's your life. Paint the world in the colors of your love. Oh, this is good. Less and more, less stress, less media, more chill, more books. Unbothered, moisturized, happy, in my lane, focused, flourishing. Love that. And if it brings you even a little bit of joy, do that. Definitely do that. Ooh, I like these more than last month's. Not that I didn't like last month's, but like these are a vibe. I am definitely a fan of these. I'm definitely gonna put these in an Archer and Olive notebook creatively. I like them all a lot, so I want to do something creative with these because they're all super good. So these ones, there are die cuts across all of the different collections and labels and stuff. These ones do not have an adhesive backing. I think almost all the other ones do. So keep that in mind. Those do not have, they're not stickers. These are stickers. These are die cut stickers, paper stickers. I'm taking them all out, friends. I gotta be thorough. Maybe I won't try to put them all back into the packaging though, because that would be laborious. I'm going to lay these all out and I will zoom in so y'all can see. Oh, that's so pretty. So with the Creative Kit, you get small labels or like tabs. And I can't remember which one. We'll get to it. I think it was the Deluxe Journaling Kit. You get large tabs. So 2 of the kits give you tabs, but they're at least, you know, they're different sizes. So that's good. And even the die cuts in the, like the Stationery Kit, remember we're in the Creative Kit. Even the die cuts in the Stationery Kit are different images from these ones. And they are matte clear. So just, you know, another example of how there might be elements that are the same, but the images and the material are different. Ooh, love that. Okay, so let's zoom in. So tags, currently peaching. Hold on. Currently peaching myself together. Peach tea. Homebody, little homebody tag. Life right now. This is what our everyday looks like. AM and PM. Currently reading. And then just actually details, guys. What do we have? Pride and Prejudice and Anne of Green Gables. And then the rest are just decorative elements. Make sure you can see these. We've got the florals. We've got a cup with flowers. And this banner says weekend. I cannot pick things up today. Weekend. So lovely, lovely. And this one, wait, where is it? This I think is so cute. This is going to look so great layered on something, this little sticker. Love it. So those are the die cuts that are in the Creativity or Creative Kit. Okay, let's see if I can keep these all together at least. So many little bips and bobs, guys. Ooh, a little jar of jam. You could like label it if you want to. Love her. She's so cute. Okay. Big highlight for me when it comes to Cocoa Daisy is the rub-on transfers, and you do get a sheet of rub-on transfers. So nice mix here again of these kind of splotchies that can layer underneath things. So rub-on transfers layer really well, at least from my experience. So I could lay one of these guys down, and then I could have this floral partially laying over it, and then I could add a stack of books on top of that and do like a cute little purely decorative cluster. So really fun. I have used rub-on transfers in a lot of different videos, so definitely check out my channel if you want to see how rub-on transfers work. But they're essentially paint, is the easiest way I get paint, that you basically rub off of the acetate that it's on. And when you rub on top of it, it transfers over to the paper, and it is super thin. So if you're working in a thin planner or a thin journal, like a Tomoe River paper, like the Japanese paper manufacturers where the paper is like Bible thin, you can put these in your Bible too. Like very thin. They're not going to add bulk to the spine, and absolutely lovely. So big fan of these. Think of it like those old school temporary tattoos where you'd put a piece of paper down on your arm and then you have to get it wet and it transfers whatever image is on that little piece of paper down to your arm. That's essentially what you're doing with this. And that is how you use a rub-on transfer. And they do give you the popsicle stick here to be able to, you know, push things off onto your paper. So rub-on transfers, very pretty. That says, and relax, read more books. So you could put these together and be like, read more books and relax, and do like a little cluster. Very cute. Lastly, in the Creative Kit, you guys, let's zoom in. I think they posted, Cocoa Daisy sorry, noise, hold on. Try to move this away. Coco Daisy posted a picture of this on their Instagram account before I got my box. And I was like, what is that? I'm so excited. I don't even care what's inside. I'm just excited about it. So the creative kit this month, or for September, includes making your daily schedule a little brighter. It includes a pre-made like skeleton base of a junk journal. Okay. All right. Want to make sure you can still see. First of all, if you want to cover this up, you can. I think it would be very easy to add like a picture right here and still get the fun kind of Bujo elements of the lined circle. You could leave it if you want it to stay Coco Daisy on the front, but if you wanted to kind of deck it out and customize it, very easy to cover that up. You guys, this is so cool. So it is a pre-assembled junk journal. So let's just flip through this thing. Oh wait, nice. Just a thought for today. Pretty. So we have a piece of cardstock here. Coco Daisy LLC, made in 2010, the USA, original coffee gift. We've got a little coffee card here. We've got a piece of vellum. This is just going to be a mix of papers, guys. So we've got pattern paper here that says write, and then it's got the definition for write. Index, daily journal, little adventures, guilty pleasures, little moments, favorite people, creations, goals, and dreams. So if you actually wanted to use this as your index, you could then number these pages and put the numbers here, or just see this as like a decorative thing, you know, just for fun. Add some stickers to it. We've got like a faux boards. Got some old kind of vintage texture. Simple blank graph grid. Ooh, nice. 2 pages of those. Then we have 2 pages of dot grid and a page of lined. This has way more structure than I was expecting. I love that. Hold on. Hold up, friends. Daily journal, little adventures, guilty pleasures. Okay, so then we jump to this section and we again get a short guide. Gratitude helps you fall in love with the life you already have. And then the double-sidedness is really, really nice. Kind of like old invoices. Time to take a break today. Piece of vellum. Little kind of like tip in of craft paper. A white brick pattern, double-sided, and then 2 pages of graph, 2 pages of dot, sorry, took my breath away like seeing this. I was like, somebody's written in this. No, it's like vintage. Then we have our sheet of lined, and then here we have like an old postcard from 1910. No way. Yeah, 1910. Wow, Vermont. Dear, what does it say? Dear Jenny. Well, no doubt you're glad to something home. Have a great time while you're gone. I don't know what it says, but it's from Grandma. Oh, that's so sweet. I hope that that's a real postcard because that's quite precious. Then we have a little bit about coffee. You can do it from coffee. Good excuse for collecting mugs. A yawn is a silent scream for coffee. Decaf coffee, you mean brown sadness water. So very delicious. Coffee has given me unrealistic expectations of productivity. Drink your coffee. It's chaos out there. I will start working when my coffee does. Happiness is coffee and a good book. Drink coffee. Do stupid things faster with more energy. Love it. Really fun pattern printed on this cardstock. Some things in life are worth waiting for. So this right here, some things in life are worth waiting for. Happy little moments like this make my heart smile. And then we got vellum. Nice black cardstock. It looks like it has texture, like rib texture, but it does not. We have some pretty lined florals. Memo and date. Graph grid. Dot grid. And lined. Then we have live every day with intention, florals, live every day with intention, Ooh, I like this one. Artist, definition of artist. Love this graph grid. Create, it's pretty. Oh, look at these like little papers punched in. It's like an old bill. This looks like it has texture, but it does not. Love these. Love, love, love. Oh, like the camera with the drips coming down. That's so cool. Graph grid. Dot grid. Lined. I love the mix of pre-decorated items and then blank stuff for whatever you want to use it for. Wander, repeat. Then we've got a map. Ooh, that's pretty. The details. Map. Piece of wood. Black. Oh, I'm glad they put black in here because you could have fun with some, like my Matte Hop gel pens. Any kind of really bold colored pens, gel pens, will be good on blackout paper. Then we have our graph grids. I pulled 2 over. Dot grid. Lined. And then we have photo moments worth remembering. So you could do a little memory keeping here. Add the date. A little piece of vellum. Layered paper kind of dip in. More craft paper. And then repeating graph, dot, and lined. Oh, no. This is the back of the cover, or the inside cover that has a print of lines on it. So that is the junk journal that is included in the creative kit. I feel like this was so good, like such a good addition. So with the creative kit, you always get the rub-on transfers, stickers, some washi, journaling cards, but then they always give you a kind of it factor hero item that is extra creative for creative play. This is that item this month. In previous months, we've seen watercolors. We've seen, what was last month? Oh, the double, the set of the stamps with the stencils. Like it's always kind of an extra creative play item. And that's why I think if you're in this moment in your life like I am, where I just want more creative play, obviously I'm always going to be creative planning, but if I just want to create for the sake of creating without a planning element, the creative kit has been so fun. And this is such a good intro, like starter for creative play. So love that. Okay, so let's take a look now at the Deluxe Journaling Kit. And I think we're going to need to be a little bougie. Hold on. So many little pieces. I didn't know I needed this till I needed this. It's a little mini vacuum. I got it on Amazon for, I don't know, $10, but it can charge. And yeah, it does pretty well to kind of get loose bits and bobs off the table. Okay, so Deluxe Journaling Kit. If you get the Deluxe Journaling Kit, or I think, is it the Scrapbooking Kit or the Planner Kit? There's another one where you get this Deluxe folder, which is really nice. And you can store basically all the kit items. If you get multiple kits, will fit into one of these. So you could catalog each item by month. At some point, I need to film how I'm storing my Cocoa Daisy stuff, because now that we're at the 6-month mark, I have started deconstructing my kits and organizing them a little differently. But if you're just starting out, you could easily have one of these per month and all of your kits go in that one envelope and then create like a filing system. Deluxe Journaling Kit. Okay. Oh, love. There's a stamp in here. Ugh. Okay, we're going to set that aside. First of all, let's just look at this. We have a stamp. I can already tell I love it. The lines are too narrow for me to write on it like lines, but this is going to be great for layering. Layering. I love adding texture. Stamp this guy down and then throw down a rub-on transfer splatter and then throw down a clear sticker on top of that, and you'll have like a trio of beautifulness. So we will stamp this momentarily. Let's keep moving though. Let's take a look at the washi. What's going to be the best way to open this? I've been opening washi rolls for years and I still struggle. Still on that struggle bus. Okay, so the The washi for the Deluxe Journaling Kit, very pretty. Where's the start of it? Here we go. So we've got our florals, signature florals for this month with a very light green background. Let's see what these look like on paper. So you can see that. Lovely. Very pretty washi. I had no doubts though. Love this. Let's take a look at this guy. This is a sticky notepad that looks like a library card. Yes, give me all the library card vibes. Date due and borrower's name. This is so cute for a to-do list. So you can keep this on your kitchen counter if you just need to write something down real fast, if you just need to write down someone's phone number or something. Or you can do what I do with pretty much all my sticky notes is I end up gluing them into my planners and my journals, and I use them as decorative elements and as functional boxes so I can write in them. But you could very easily have this be a to-do list. So borrower's name is what you need to get done, and then write down if you did it. Or since it says date due and this is a wide enough column, you could put, if you need to put like upcoming dates down. Oh, that's like, yeah, maybe that's what I'll do with this is if I put one of these down in my monthly for future months that I haven't like decorated yet, because I am a decorative planner. Oftentimes I need to write stuff in my planner before I've had a chance to kind of get it set up decoratively, especially as someone that creates content around decorating things. But I still need to plan in my planner. So I could lay one of these down in each month and then write down the things that I know as they come up, just write them down on this sticky note. And then when I get to decorate my planner and get it set up, I can just reference this guy with all of the dates for the month that I know about. That's what I'm going to do. I'm excited about this one. That's a nice addition. Okay, so the Deluxe Journaling Kit always gives you this nice kind of postcard-sized decorative item that has journaling prompts on the back. September is for stories, quiet mornings, rustling pages, and the warmth of getting lost in a good book. Turn it around and you have your September prompts. September prompt blend. See how it's like all themed around tea? It's so like cohesive. I know I say that all the time, but it is cohesive. I'm just going to leave this here for a second. I'm not going to read these, but if you want to screenshot it, there's some really nice prompts for September. Let's take a look at the die cuts. These ones are paper. So try to remember what we saw in the creative kit. These are going to be a little bit different. They'll look similar, but they are going to be different. Don't you worry. All right, let's see if I can lay all these out. So these are just paper stickers, which is fabulous for me. And they tend to be a little bit larger, which one was stuck on the packaging. I really appreciate the larger stickers. It makes decorating things so much easier. Less laborious placing all these teeny tiny stickers. When they're a little bit bigger, they take up nice real estate. Here are your bigger tabs, which I referenced earlier. So the small tabs are in the creative kit and the larger tabs are in the Deluxe Journaling Kit. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 die cuts. You guys see all those okay? I think they show up a little bit better. So there are your die cuts, and none of them have words, right? Except for this one that says peach. So those are the die cuts in the Deluxe Journaling Kit. These videos are fun because I get to see everything, like take it out of the packaging, like I get a first look, but they're really hard to film. It's just a lot of stuff, guys. It's a lot of stuff. I am grateful. Don't get me wrong. I am grateful, but I am definitely working. Okay, this is going to be hard to see. So let's grab. Ooh, this is different. They wrap those a little differently. All right, we're going to have to do this on here, even though it's blue paper. These are pet tape stickers. So, and they are cut, pre-cut. They are shiny, or they are glossy, but they're very vivid in color, and they're also backwards. Very pretty. I love these long ones. Let's get back to normal. Love these long ones. You can see that they're cut. So the pet tape stickers are going to give you just a really bold color. Very pretty. A little mint tea. That is Princess Bride, and that says chamomile tea. So you get a set of those. Then you get, so we have the die cut stickers, we have the pet tape stickers, and then we get our journaling kit stickers. I love this pack. When you get the, if you get the Deluxe Journaling and the Bible Journaling, oh, you just get like so many good big, I think these are 5x7 sheets. Love them so much. Okay, we're gonna zoom back in so I don't have to keep standing back up. Okay, so first sheet in the journaling kit is transparent, transparent sheet. So these are going to be clear. We've got some kind of faux washi strips down here. In a committed relationship with comfort food, I long for days that feel like warm bread and fresh stories. And let's see, the true telling, I think, and Withering Heights for the book's spines. This season is made for golden hours and daydreams, blooming between the pages. Tea, books, blankets, repeat, brewing up big dreams one chapter at a time. This season invites us to slow down, savor, and begin again. And then we have these little extra flourishes in here, which I've already said a million times, I'm a big fan of. You also get clear alphas. These are very different from the other alphas that we've seen. I always point this out because there aren't repeats with everything that I show, at least. I think there's one kit option where it's like the deluxe one, so you get part of one kit plus part of another. But everything that I'm showing here is unique. So you could get multiples of the, or you could get multiple kits that I show and there not be repeats. Even the font is different between this one and the Bible journaling. The color and the font is different. So in the Bible journaling, it's paper and it's a sans serif and it's very clean and blocky. And with the journaling kit, they're always going to be these clear matte stickers. And I like these ones. They're pretty frequently this kind of typewriter font. I love the vibe of this. So I like that we get both the uppercase and the lowercase. Did we get that? Well, these are all uppercase just as a vibe. So, but you get both in the journaling kit. So those are clear. Then we have more clear stickers, the matte transparent stickers. More of these washi. Did I already show this one? Did I get a duplicate? No. You get 2 sheets of the clear ones. I just was looking at the washi. I'm like, oh, didn't we already get washi? We did, but we get more. So more florals on this one, more of the splatter spray on the other one. Oh, and quotes, of course. So you have like the quote one, and then you have more decorative elements on this one. Then this is a full sheet sticker. Y'all don't be afraid of the full sheet stickers. I think in March, I used a full sheet sticker in a daily journaling spread, and I loved it so much. Don't be afraid to cut these. This is a vellum material. It is not washi, so you can't rip it. You have to cut it with scissors. But that means that you can cut it evenly, or like with a, oh my goodness, you guys, what are they called? A paper cutter. Cut it with a paper cutter and get a nice even cut, and then you can put half of it on one page, half on the other. I think it's a really pretty look to do something like that. You could also split this right here if you wanted to break things up and mix and match the patterns a little differently. So you can cut this up however you want, but it is a full page sheet. And then you get another one of those full page sheet grid. These are also really great if you're doing monthly dashboards like I am. If you have a divider on your planner or on your journal that is really neutral, but you want to dress it up as like a title page for each month on your divider, these are great as like a base, and then you can layer like scraps of paper and stickers on top of that. And I have done that twice in Cocoa Daisy videos here on my channel. If I haven't started a Cocoa Daisy playlist, I need to do that. Someone remind me if I haven't done it by the time this video is up. Okay, and then we have our Days of the Week stickers. These are clear matte again and fun. Like, haven't seen ones quite like this before. So we've got books that have the days on the spine. We've got little T tags with the dates, more tags with the dates or days of the week, floral days of the week, and just a fun kind of patterned day of the week. And then we have our dates and additional box stickers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 weeks of decorative dating you can do with this kit. So the Deluxe Journaling is so good because it scratches the sticker itch. If you need clear stickers, it got you. You need pet stickers, it got you. If you need die cut paper stickers, it got you. It's all, they got you covered. They also have you covered with, oh yes, there's 2 sheets, rub-on transfers. One of my favorite Cocoa Daisy items. You get two sheets, and they have brought back, because it's been a couple months since they've done header rub-on transfers. So this one has September, and these are all separate. You cut them out, cut out what you want, but you've got appointment, important, self-care week this week, don't forget this month, and hello fall. Then really pretty decorative elements, spice induced spiral, and then this one you have Monday through Sunday and a weekend. And then you've got fun texture elements, another long strip, florals, splatter, little jams. Very cute, very fragile today. Strawberry tea, that's cute. So you get two of these. Love that. Lastly, in the journaling kit, Deluxe Journaling Kit, that is, we have some additional packaging on this, which is new to me. I have, where are my scissors? Oh, I was showing them in an Archer and Olive video recently. Hold on, there we go. So, I don't know if, I get samples, by the way, so I don't know if the packaging is going to look exactly the same, but it looks like they wrapped them a little differently. So we always get these sheets that are like ledger sheets. I think they're so pretty. And I love that they have kind of like a watercolor look to them. And then on the back, you have some new textures. So you can use them either way. So these were wrapped together. This was not wrapped together, I don't think, but we have a like stamped paper that has a floral texture to it. Really pretty. Is it debossed? Can you deboss paper? You know what I mean? Where it's stamped and textured. So very pretty in a cream color. We have a vellum with gold, like Swiss polka dots. And then this guy wrapped together. Interesting. I don't mind it. These are your bigger sheets. These are your like extra large, and you get, I think, 3 of these. And what's cool about these is they are double-sided. So if you don't like one side, flip it over. And they're big enough. They look like A5 size unfolded. Or like, I wonder if I could punch this and it would fit in an A5. I need to look up the dimensions. But are we all in frame? No, we're not. Oh gosh, did you guys see these? It's getting hot in here. Let's try this again in case we ran out of space. Gold dots. Here's our paper right there. If you're new here, I choose not to edit my videos. One, because I am a mom of a toddler and it takes a lot of time. But 2, I want you guys to feel like we're playing with these things together. That's really important to me because I know that y'all can't see these in a brick and mortar, and you're trying to make an online shopping decision based on pictures, unless you go to YouTube. And so I, try to just be as honest and real with my experience looking at new things so you can get the experience maybe that you would have if you had things in hand. So if you're wondering why I'm a little bit more raw, that's just my style. So I hope that you accept me just as I am, just as I accept you as you are. Okay, so final 3 papers, pattern 1, flip it over, tease. And actually all the tags say something kind of cute, like the tea's knees, like the bee's knees. It says the tea's knees, and it's got a picture of a bee. Ginger tea, the Afternoon Society, pumpkin spice tea. Okay, they're not all funny, but pumpkin spice tea, lemon thyme co, steeped in goodness, chamomile calming tea, caffeine free. Well, I guess that's the only one that's like super cutesy, but they're all lovely. So that is the first one. Second one, love this kind of mustard color with a floral and plaid on the bottom. And then more kind of clean take on a, well, it's not a hexagon, but pattern. And then we have our florals. Ooh, that's nice. Ooh, that's gonna be hard. What's cool is you can cut it, right? And then if you want, you know, one to be this, you can do that. And if you want the other one to be that, you can do that. So I have yet to use one of these in its full form. I always end up cutting them, and then you basically get, I mean, you get 6 different patterns, right? On, I think, an A5. So those are the papers. And that concludes, not everything, that includes the Deluxe Journaling Kit. What am I doing? Let's take a look at the Stationery Kit, and then we will do the stamps. And then we will call it good, because I do need to, where do we put these things? Do need to transition to the next thing. Okay, Stationery Kits. This is a fun one too. This is a good catch-all. If you don't know what you want and you like stationery items, this is a good kind of catch-all option. So let's start with the washi. This looks interesting. It's wider than normal. Actually, let's look at these first. So we get a tea pin. That's cute. Tea time. So it is a pin, but you can add it to a magnet and use it as a clip if you want to. Then we have a stamp, a tea stamp. We'll stamp that out momentarily, but let's get through the non-stamp things first. Zoom back out here. Okay. This one's going to be a little bit harder. There we go. This looks, ooh, they're cut. This is a sticker roll. I did not know that. We're learning as we go, guys. We're learning as we go. Well, that's fun. Let's grab this little guy that I swatched on earlier. Fun. Okay, well, that's cool. You just get like tons of stickers. I am here for it. Okay, so let's look. Yep. Those are cut. Documented. Ooh, and the way that they're cut is different. The shapes, favorites. Why I love it. This coupon is good for. Moment of note. Photo evidence. To-do list. Other thoughts. And the one repeats. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. In case y'all are trying to decide if you want to get this, I'm going to actually pull these stickers off so you can see them. Because it's got to happen. But see, we're almost nearing an hour, friends. This is why I can't do creative play today. Would you, actually, I'll throw it to the people. Would y'all rather me move quickly through the kits and then see me do something creative with them? Or, like, take my time with kits, and if I have time to do something creative at the end, do it. But if I don't have time in the end, y'all are cool because you got to see everything in detail. Let me know. We're going to swatch all of these. I love that the cuts are all different. That is so cool. You can do all kinds of junk journaling with this in your, that new junk journal. Love. These are great. I'm like really into them. And because they're paper, you can write on them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 unique stickers. This is not perforated. It's given that faux look, but the way that these dots are, you could cut it if you wanted to separate them and just have to-do list and other thoughts. Wow. Well, that's fun. I like that. So that's the stationery kit for you. I mean, not everything. That's a fun element of the stationery kit. Okay, let's put that guy aside. Let's see what this is. I also would love your feedback, actually. Would you rather me take everything out of its packaging off camera beforehand? If I do that, y'all aren't getting my first impressions. Calm Down Chamomile. And this is it a sticker or is it a patch? It looks like it's got a sticker backing. It's a sticker. So you can stick that down on something. Cute. But that would be, yeah, the next big question for you guys is, because we do get through a lot of stuff here, or have a lot of stuff to get through, like opening up every single thing. You guys cool if we just do it together? Or would you prefer that I pre-open everything and have it kind of organized and stacked up? Then we can go through each item one at a time. You let me know. This is gorgeous. This is a sticky notepad and it's really pretty. Always be careful with your sticky notes so they don't pull up. But look how pretty that is. That's lovely. This will look great in a journal or a planner, whatever. Or memory keeping. Glue this down, do a little writing in it. This is great. This is one of my favorite sticky notes that they've done, I can say, other than this one. But that one's really pretty. Ooh, I like that. So yeah, you guys, you just speak up. Let me know. Deal with the packaging on camera so that we can go through this for the first time together, or have everything kind of lined up and ready to go. And I'll keep that in mind for next month, depending on what y'all say. Okay, so the stationery kit has die cuts that are clear, okay? So all of the other ones that we've seen so far have been paper. These are your transparent kind of vellum stickies or stickers. So Sour, Tired, and Doing My Best Lemon Tea. We haven't seen that one yet, right? So more evidence of uniqueness of stickers. I really loved using these in my AMW planner, which is a thinner paper, because they're so thin. Ooh, this is a nice big one. That's nice. I think we have less stickers in this one. Let's see, Great Gatsby and Little Women. So these are, let me see if I can zoom in. These are the die cuts in the stationery kit. See them? Okay. And like getting them off of this table is always so tricky. I'm feeling really sassy today. Can you tell? Oh, I'm tired. I don't know if I mentioned this, but in the summers, daycare is sparse and my daughter is a lot right now. So when it's nap time, I'm like trying to catch my breath, but then I'm like, if I need to work, I gotta do it while she's napping. Okay, stickers in the stationery kit. These are paper stickers. So we've got our nice little tags, T tags. Then we have our days of the week, 5 weeks worth, all completely unique from the other ones that we've seen. And little strips. And you can see that these are kiss cut. So those are going to layer really nicely. Same with this one. So 3 paper stickers, sticker sheets. You get a postcard. Be brave, be silly, be your own magic, be present, be full of surprises, be adventurous, be kind, be free, be you. And these I've actually been putting in my planner and journal. I haven't been actually mailing them. But they're a really nice cardstock. They have a nice linen-y texture. This actually has like a map really lightly printed on it. So you get a postcard in the stationery kit. You get pet stickers in the stationery kit. Very pretty. Meant to be. More florals. Apple compote. I think that this looks like it's blurry, but it's not. It's my camera. There we go. So you get your pet stickers. And then the last two items before we get to the stamps in the stationery kit. So we have that pattern, vellum, and acetate. Look how pretty this is. So if you have seen some of my recent videos, I've been exploring all types of different planners, and one of them is an A5 rings planner. And I'm motivated now to find decorative elements to kind of make it more me instead of having it be kind of sterile like it is right now. These would be so lovely punched and put in my A5 planner. If you're a disc-bound planner user, whether it be, I'd say junior, maybe A5, a Happy Planner Mini, like these can be cut down and punched and be such a pretty layering element in your planner. So love these. And that is, actually, let's finish looking at the, let's look at the stamp from the stationery kit first, and then that will complete the stationery kit. So what I need to find, oh man, I'm gonna be, oh good. I was about to panic. It's like, if my swatch book is not here, I'm gonna be super frustrated. So I do like to swatch things for you guys. This is my swatch book. It is a B5 Archer and Olive notebook. I'm actually an ambassador for Archer and Olive these days as well. I'm on their creative team, ambassador team. And it's definitely the combination of working with Cocoa Daisy and looking for an empty page. Cocoa Daisy and Archer and Olive has really just stretched me creatively, and I'm just having so much fun. It's been a real blessing. Okay, so these were, let's go here, and we will swatch. Which was this one? This was Stationery Kit. Then we have, hold on, make sure I don't mix these up. Then we have the stamp subscription, and then this guy was in the Deluxe Journaling. We're gonna do all these. So what was I saying? Yeah, it's been fun to explore things creatively, and stamping has certainly been a big part of my new creative journey. Now, what's fun for those of you that are getting the stamp subscription, last month we got these alphas. This month we're getting numbers, days of the week, and deco. And I feel like combined, it's a force to be reckoned with. So let me find my favorite black for swatching. And normally I like to keep baby wipes nearby just for a quick cleaning. Now I have a toddler, so I have baby wipes in abundance. I also keep paper towels in my craft space, my planning space as well. So let's keep those ready. You do not have to use baby wipes. I think that if you're gonna get into stamping, let me just suggest that you get the absorber. I have not been able to get this into the house to get it all wet, but the absorber is like a foamy towel, and you can keep it wet. It stays wet for a long time. So you just put it into like a little bin, and you can clean off your stamps on the absorber. But I have been just too busy to, and I'm putting it back in my drawer where it's gonna stay dry for another month. But I've been grabbing the baby wipes just because I have so many baby wipes. So let's start with the rubber stamp first. And the way that I stamp, where's my Layle By Mail pencil board? I talk about this thing all the time. And of course, Of course, I don't know where it is. So get yourself a pencil board. I like the Layle By Mail one. It is a thicker acrylic board that you can pop underneath your page, and it provides a nice stiff surface for stamping on bound books when you can't like rip a page out and do it on a hard surface. So I don't have it here for some reason, so we're gonna just commence with stamping. And I will say that the way that I swatch might not be for everybody, but it's how I do it because I really just want to see what the image is. I don't care if it's a perfect impression. I just want to know what it is. And so I tend to not go for perfect. Holy moly, rubber stamps, man, they take up more space in our, stamp space, or they take up more space in our craft and like planning spaces. But my goodness, they always give us such a nice, crisp stamp image, whatever you want to call it. So that is the T from the, which one was it? Stationery Kit? Stationery Kit. Okay, let's take a look at the Deluxe Journaling. Now, with the photopolymer stamps, you do want to prime them. Priming them means that you want to remove, actually, you can feel it. If you rub your fingers on a photopolymer stamp, you can feel that there's like a residue on the stamp that comes from the stamping impression maker. The thing that makes the stamp leaves like a residue. And when you don't take that off and you stamp first, like without rubbing it off, the ink is not going to adhere onto the pad very well, or not on the pad. It's not going to adhere to the ink is not going to adhere onto the stamp very well. So you kind of want to like roughen it up a little bit. Now, for sake of time, I'm actually just rubbing this on my arm that's not sweaty. Like your fingers have oils in it, right? So that's not going to do much, like rubbing it with your fingers. So I rub it on my arm, and I don't use lotion. So that's just kind of a quick way that I do it when I'm swatching. Obviously, there are methods for prepping your stamps that are much better than just using your arm, but I'm here to just get these samples down for you guys. So I just rub it on my arm. And I don't transfer the stamps to an acrylic block only because it takes more time. And so I keep them on the acetate and just stamp them on their storage acetate. I'm just pressing down firmly and then lifting up. Ooh, that is pretty. Now, see all that texture? That is, I think, on purpose. That's part of the stamp. So this is going to be really nice for layering. This is definitely a texture piece. I wouldn't see this as being a stamp for like lines to write on. You'd have to be writing pretty small. So that's it. I made an impression by just leaving this on here, and I rubbed it off with a baby wipe, and I'm just going to set this aside to let it dry. I do the same thing with these bigger ones. I rub it off on my arm just as a quick way to prime. And then I leave all these individual elements on the stamp, or leave all of the individual stamps on the acetate. I'm just rubbing it off on my arm. And we're going to do it all in one shot. I'm sure that the stamping experts are tisking me. But again, this is just my method for getting my swatches down. It's much more efficient and tells me what I need to know in my swatch book. So I ink the whole thing. You're gonna want to stand up for the bigger ones. Wish I had my Layle By Mail board, especially for this one, but we're gonna just go for it. I'm gonna flip this guy over. Oh, I can see that I missed a spot. So get it all inked up nice. Pushing the paper down with one of my fingers and pressing. Try to make sure you get every stamp. When I first set up the swatch book, I was peeling off each stamp as I get a new stamp set. And my goodness, you guys, it was so laborious. I'm like, why don't I just do it all in one shot? And it works. So what's cool about this, you guys, this font is the same as the previous month's font. So this is a whole collection if you're getting the stamp subscription. So I think that is really, really rad. I have a ton of alphas and I have a ton of number stamps. I really do. But all of the fonts are different. All of the sizes are just a little bit different. So I am so happy to have, and I'm a completionist. So I'm happy to have like a cohesive collection here. And even if Cocoa Daisy was not sending me kits, the stamp one is definitely, at minimum, I would get the stamp and then maybe the creative kit, just because I'm just consistently impressed by what's in those kits. But here is your stamp subscription for September, your stamp in the journaling kit, Deluxe Journaling Kit, and then your stationery. Oh, all right, friends, I think that's all I have time for today. If you guys have any questions, as always, leave me a comment down below. If you're a subscriber, ooh, let's label this while we're doing our little outro. If you're a subscriber, what are you most excited about in the September collection? If you are not subscribed, which kit is the most of interest to you? I'd love to know these things. So we're going to do September. I don't really do it fancy. September, and then this is chapters. Chapters of September. And this is Cocoa Daisy. September 2025. And this was Deluxe Journal. This was Stationery. And this is stamp subscription. Okay, now we're done, friends. Come hang out with me over on Instagram. My handle is The Joyful Sojourn. And if you want to see how I use the items in the September kits over the next couple of months, please consider subscribing to my channel. I do all kinds of creative plan with me's. I do creative listing. I do other hauls and like flip through videos, planner reviews, stuff like that. So if this is a fun one, if you enjoyed hanging out with me, I hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel. Until next time, friends, God bless you. God bless you and keep you. Do something creative today. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.